Camp family, it's Nurse Lulu with Camp Summit at Home. This week we're cooking. So for our first thing, I wanted to start simple. These are very simple 3-ingredient pancakes. If you make them the way that I make them, then they will be gluten-free, casein-free, refined sugar-free, vegan, which of course is vegetarian also. So lots of options here. If you don't have the things that I'm using at home, you can of course substitute for other things. Most people probably won't have coconut flour. Most people probably have oats. So if you want to use oats, oats are great. I have blended my oats to make them more like an oat flour. If you have oat flour, awesome, but you don't have to have it. You can use regular oats. So to keep it gluten-free, some kind of gluten-free oat or coconut or almond flour, something like that. You can use regular flour if you're not worried about gluten-free at all. Then I'm using soy milk, but you could do almond milk, any other kind of nut milk, oat milk, cashew milk, anything like that. If you want to use regular cow's milk, you can do that too. And then bananas. That's it. So bananas, milk of some kind, and then flour. So I have already, like I said, blended up my oats. I've also already washed my hands. So before you guys do anything with food at any time, make sure that you're washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. Okay, that's 20 seconds of actual scrubbing, not 20 seconds from the time you turn the water on and then get your soap. 20 seconds of actual scrubbing. Backs of your hands, the fronts of your hands, get all the way underneath your nails, around your thumbs, all of that. You'll see my dog here. This is Dogina. Hi. She'll probably be wandering in and out of the video, so don't mind her, no big deal. All right, so I washed my hands. I got my oat flour ready, and I blended it up ahead of time because I wanted to get to mash everything together by hand because I really think that's fun. But you could put all of the ingredients in your bowl and then blend it up with a hand blender, or put all of the ingredients in a typical blender and do it that way until you get that good pancake batter consistency. So I've got my oat flour. If you use oats and blend it in a blender, you want a full cup of oats. If you're doing some kind of flour, you want just under a cup. So just under a cup. Pour that into my big bowl here. Then you also want half a cup, just about under really, half a cup of whatever kind of milk you're using. And then 2 bananas. And you want the bananas to be pretty ripe. They don't have to be like banana bread ripe, but the riper they are, the sweeter they're gonna be. So if you really like things sweet, you want riper bananas. This is also a good way to use those bananas that are too ripe for you to eat just by themselves anymore. So of course, peel the banana. And I like to break it up when I put it in. Makes it a little bit easier for me to mix. Now, I made some example pancakes here. I like also mixing with a fork or smashing my bananas up with a fork, but whatever you want to use will work just fine, as long as you get that smooth-ish pancake batter consistency. So as I was saying, I made some example pancakes in front of us here. The ones to my right that are a little bit darker are the ones that are made out of oats, and I mixed the oats with everything with a hand blender. And I tried putting a few blueberries in them too, just to see what it would be like. And then the ones to my left that are lighter in color are ones that I made with coconut flour. Now you'll notice if you use coconut flour or probably almond flour, any of those nut flours, that they'll probably need more liquid. So you might do even twice as much liquid. I ended up doing twice as much with my coconut flour. Again, you want to keep going until it looks like it's about regular pourable pancake batter consistency. So I got my banana nice and mashed here. And now I'm just going to make sure everything is nicely combined with my spatula. Alright, so that's pretty much it. As you can see, I've got a pretty nice liquidy pancake type batter here. I like using coconut oil, but you could do butter, whatever you want to do, to cook these in. Put them down until they, in the pan, get help with the pan if you usually get help cooking things on the oven, or on the stovetop, sorry, excuse me. If you usually get help with the oven, stovetop, anything that's hot like that, cooking of any kind, make sure you have that help, because of course you'll be using some heat to cook these. So you'll put the batter down, make sure that it's not sticking to the pan anymore, and then once it's, you know, sticking together to itself and not to the pan, then you can flip it over. It should take a minute or so depending on what type of flour you use, but just keep it about medium heat, give it a minute or two, flip it over, make sure it's that nice brown color, and then you should be good to go. I also like adding some cinnamon to my batter, so if you like cinnamon, that's a good addition. If you think it's not sweet enough, of course add some sugar, add some maple syrup, whatever you like, but the basic mix is just 3 easy ingredients. So I hope you guys really enjoy making these. I know I did. I think they're delicious. I would love to get your feedback on this and get some pictures of the cool pancakes that you make. Bye!